How does a 16-year-old look like this?
A lot of steroids and a lot of working out, honestly.
Steroids? So how long have you been on?
I'd say about like the last 10 months.
Zaid is just a young man from Texas that has been hopping into the steroids game, not because he's trying to become a more competitive athlete, not because he's trying to look better for the Mr. Olympia challenge or anything like that, but simply due to the fact that he has been taking on social media trends, looking at his algorithms on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and saying that this is the way that I need to go about making my life better.
I mean, I had a problem. I had 180 blood pressure, so I was on the verge of capping out. But I mean, I would have looked sick in my casket.
All right, so I'm gonna give y'all a quick little 5-week experience on trend right now. So it's pretty fun. This will get you strong as.
Why wait 10 years to like reach a physique when I could do it in less than a year?
22.
Really? Yeah. That's it?
Bro, that guy don't look 22, bro. Come on, guys.
With the beard and go well.
You might have seen this freak of nature already. His name is Andrei Smaev, and his lifts are incredible. Inhuman strength in calisthenics, bench press, and arm wrestling. But what really makes him fascinating is how old he looks. In just 4 years, he aged 6 times that.
Most often in society, when we talk about young teens struggling with their image and their appearance, we often look at young women, whether it be anorexia, bulimia, or the BBL/surgery culture that has been running rampant for the past couple of years. 10 times out of 10, anytime that we've talked about the youth struggling with the way that they look and the way that they feel about their outward appearance, we always look to see what the young girly pops are talking about / doing to their bodies in order to make themselves look better, and definitely better in quotation marks. But there is this growing epidemic on the male side of the spectrum that is very, very alarming. Teens are turning to the needle at a rapid rate, and I do mean rapid rate, in order to achieve this looks maxing lifestyle. Peptides, steroids, and even recreational drug use.
Bro, like so many people are on peptides and things like that right now, bro. Like, I really just don't understand it. It went from it being a case where athletes were doing it, people that were doing professional sports were literally taking steroids, etc., just to enhance their performances. All of a sudden, it's now gone from it just being an athletic performance thing into it now becoming an aesthetic thing. And when that happens, it's very, very dangerous because now you're just going to get random people that actually have no business taking these type of drugs and taking this type of, formulas and solutions, now doing it for the sake of vanity, you know what I mean? So it's very, very sad to kind of see, bro. And you got a lot of people my age basically doing it, man. I'm thinking, like, you guys don't understand that, bro. Within 3 to 5 years, you guys are so cooked, bro. Whether it's being infertile, I believe. Even the other day, we saw Clavicular talking about how he's infertile, for example. And if he wants to have kids, he'll just come off the... Bro, it's like, why would you even put yourself through that, bro? You know what I mean? Makes zero sense, man. So I get it. You want to be lean and stuff like that. Even me right now, I'm cutting. I'm trying my best to cut down and obviously get fit. But broski, man, there's sustainable ways to do it. And there's also a discipline that comes with doing it properly as well. You know what I mean? Like, imagine one guy was saying, why would I wait 10 years to achieve a physique when I can do it in 1? What about the mental strength that you attain over the 10 years? What about the discipline? What about all these small things that money cannot buy, bro? You can't cheat the process. If you cheat the process, you will regret it. That's just how life works, you know what I'm saying?
Have been used over the past couple of years in order to make these young men have this achievable physique. And this is super dangerous. The long-term effects of these things are extremely understated, and I am devastated for what's to lie for these young men who are turning to drugs to look smack.
Sorry for pausing the video, but I need you to do me one favor. Simply hit the subscribe button down below. We're trying to grow the channel all the way to the moon, and you guys are going to help me do so. Let's grow, let's grow, let's grow. And let's get back into the video.
Like other young men have gone through transformations and journeys when it comes to muscle mass, gaining weight, losing weight, all these other things like that. Graduating high school, I was about 175 pounds. I played football. I had muscle. I could squat 450 pounds. I could bench 280. I mean, I was
so this guy is pushing weight. Yo, okay, fast.
A physical specimen relative to size, all those things like that. But then as I joined school and started in the workforce, I started to lose muscle mass and size rapidly. I ended up looking like a lollipop on top of a stick. And then one day I went down my own weightlifting awakening. I started going to the gym 2 times a day. I started lifting weights, eating more, all these different things. And I too found myself doing these extreme measures in order to gain weight. There's this muscle mass gainer called double XL mass gainer or something like that. I don't know, it comes in a blue bag. It has a big yellow XXL on there. I was probably making 2 of those shakes, consuming close to 5,000 calories a day.
5,000 calories is insane, bro. What the hell, broski? Like, but you know what it is? If you don't track what you eat, you actually won't know how much you're actually eating. Do you know what I mean? I think when I started tracking how much I was eating on a regular basis, it really made me conscious about what I was actually eating. Do you know what I mean? Especially when you want to cut down. Let's say my maintenance, I believe, is like 2,500 or 800, one of the two. In order for me to really cut down, I would have to be eating like 2,000 every single day. But I'm trying to do an aggressive cut. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, you know what I'm saying? So man's hitting maybe 1,500 or 800 max, you know what I mean? 1 or 2 days, let's say tomorrow I'm doing leg day, for example, so I'm gonna go up to 2,000 just to make sure I got enough carbs and stuff like that for tomorrow morning. Cause I trained fasted, but broski, 5,000 calories, insane. But you'll be surprised, people are hitting those type of numbers on a regular basis just based on their normal work routine and what they're eating junk food and stuff like that every single day. It's no wonder as to why our population is actually unhealthy, you know what I mean? So it's peak.
And I was jacked. And I felt
he was wham though. Hey, come on, look at him easy though. Yo, he was wham, I can't lie.
Sure. Did I look great? Absolutely. But I didn't feel well. Now I say all that to say that every young man goes through this journey and this path at some point, whether they're looks maxing for themselves or to attract the gender that they are most attracted to. Most people go through this, but how they go through it is so important because there are unhealthy ways and there are healthy ways to do it. And I'm going to tell you, teenage steroid usage is not it.
It looks like a healthy habit, but what's hiding underneath tells a different story. 16-year-old Zaid Laila is a high school student from suburban Dallas and drawn into a viral trend.
Why wait 10 years to like reach a physique when...
Bro, and you know what it is, yeah? Every single time I scroll on TikTok, I'm always seeing these different type of things, bro. It's actually insane, bro. It's actually mad when you actually think about it. Every single day, I'm seeing something to do with peptides. I'm seeing something to do with trend or whatever. And guys are really, really about this type of lifestyle, bro. I would even go as far as to say, like, I saw a video, the guy was basically saying that 90% of the people in his gym are basically on, like, GLP-1 and all these different type of things, bro. And if you're not, then you're basically just wasting your time, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, comment down below. Do you guys feel as if that's just going to become the norm in the future? People aren't going to want to go to the gym and do it the proper way. They're going to want to take the shortcuts and things like that, because I believe we're heading towards what we call like a brave new world. Like, for those that don't know, if you read the book, there's literally a book called The Brave New World. I'll literally show you guys right now. And it basically just talks about the fact that you have basically two sides. You have like the big brother kind of Orwellian type of world that we're going to eventually live into. Or you have the brave new world where instead of it just being, you could say the big brother type of world, 1948, where cameras are looking at you and stuff like that all the time. We're kind of living in both when you think about it. But instead of that, you'll be in this type of world where every single human being in the modern world is basically healthy, but it's because they're taking like drugs to basically make them healthy. They're happy all the time because they're taking drugs to make them happy all the time. No one basically gives birth the normal way. Everyone just basically living in an instant gratification kind of world. So if you're into reading, man, definitely get this book, man. It's a very, very good book. Or you can read, you know, the other book that I mentioned as well. But it's kind of crazy, guys. I can't even lie to you, bro. This is the world that we're actually in at the current moment. Let's get back to it, though.
I could do it in less than a year.
Laila shared this photo from early 2024 when he was 15 years old. Since then, he's documented his transformation.
How does a 16-year-old look like this?
A lot of steroids and a lot of working out, honestly.
Steroids?
Yeah.
So how long have you been on?
I'd say about like the last 10 months.
Zaid is just a young man from Texas that has been hopping into the steroids game, not because he's trying to become a more competitive athlete, not because he's trying to look better for the Mr. Olympia challenge or anything like that, but simply due to the fact that he has been taking on social media trends, looking at his algorithms on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and saying that this is the way that I need to go about making my life better. This is somebody that is willing to damage their body beyond repair, because these aren't even regular grade steroids that he's taking at this point. He is taking stuff that they use on cows in order to make his physique look better for mainstream social media. It's gotten so bad that he has now even become an influencer in the space surrounding social media. The reason why I keep even referencing social media is because the doctor interviewed in this CBS segment and Zaid himself referenced that there's been an uptick in social media steroid usage and it being promoted as like this catch-all thing. And Zaid would even mention that, hey, without social media, I wouldn't even be doing this.
Many young people now who aren't actually participating in any types of sports who are using these drugs only for the purposes of looking better.
So this is migrated from the realm of athletics into aesthetics?
Yep, I think it's relatively less recognized that actually with more social media, there have been really extreme pressures for boys to build muscle.
Your social media feed at this point.
Obviously, gym influencers, the top ones right now.
Do you think you would have gotten on steroids without social media?
No. Definitely seeing like people do it is like what makes you want to do it.
And this is why I hate the looks maxing and red pill community.
Yeah, bro, it's too much. It's too much, bro. It's way too much, man. I just generally believe we need to do it the original way, bro. I can't even lie, man. You guys, you can watch the rest of the video. I'm going to leave the link literally down below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.